I am Couch23. Be running Final Fantasy VI, any percent free. This run consists of me dying 52 times once we beat Vargas. Interesting run to watch. But with that said, let's get going. 5, 4, 2, 1, go. Right. So this is gonna vary a little bit different from any other Final Fantasy run. I'm actually not on seed 244 like I'm actually on seed 110, and that's gonna give us the least amount of encounters for bolts. So usually in any other category, we're gonna take this first fight. We're not. We don't need levels. We are gonna take a few. We are gonna take a few encounters. We're going to take the second and third one just to get Terra to level 5. Once Terra hits level 5, yeah, we'll be ready for the Welk quick kill. So here I'm charging up my hidden run ATB bar, which fills up every time you're actually getting your ATB, or your running done. Anytime you're running, it actually is filling a little hidden ATB bar that tells the game whether, hey, I'm able to run or I'm not. So, as you see, only Vix and Wedge ran because they had full ATB. The game only checks for you able to run if you have a full ATB bar, and then it checks for that hidden ATB bar. So, you want to make sure Terra is the last one to attack, so she can stay there and get all the experience. After this encounter, she will be level 5. Got a nice preemptive, so we don't actually need to charge anything. So I still do it out of habit, but when you get a preemptive, your little hidden run gauge is automatically filled, so you don't really need to worry about it. We use Bioblast. Long animation allows Wedge's ATB to fill all the way back up. And we're now level 5. So we're gonna get one encounter before. Maybe 3 rats, we're gonna run from it. The cat is definitely the star of the show, by the way. She rules all my streams. But usually we won't get any encounters here. Instead, on this seed, we're gonna get 1. We do get a preemptive. We can actually get what's called a quick preemptive by defending with anybody's ATB anybody's box who comes up. Yes, Cheddar, I know. The unfortunate thing about this speedrun, the step route is very precise. You cannot make a single misstep. Otherwise, it will completely mess up your end game, and there will be no chance of getting a record. But if you're not going for a world record and you're just looking at trying to finish one of these runs, step route doesn't matter. So here, we're gonna have Terra do tech missile to the head. Hopefully that will be enough to kill Welk. But we're gonna heal, and what I'm doing right now is I'm what's called weight tricking. So anytime I'm in one of my command menus, all ATB is actually frozen. And we do this to manipulate the enemy's ATB and our own ATB to try and give us as many turns as we can squeeze. It's so bad, I'm not petting you. It's such a terrible thing. I mean, I'm pretty allergic to tech missiles to the head as well. So. Alright, so we got it. It was a pretty solid fight. Not too bad overall. Cheddar is definitely suffering, demanding the pets. Alright, so as usual, we're going to sit through this cutscene. We're going to rename our characters all to one letter since the text in this game scrolls across as it comes out, unlike Final Fantasy IV or something, where name length doesn't matter. During cutscenes where you're in a battle scene, hold down A, the text auto advances so you don't worry about it. We're gonna run from every encounter that we see. We're not taking any extra encounters now. We'll be running from every single one. We don't need levels. The goal of this run is to die 52 times, to be specific. There is a small chance that we will soft lock. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Sorry for any background noise you may hear. Alright. We're getting a little bit of story here. Terra's this evil witch, but she has had the slave crown installed on her head, which basically gave the enemy complete control of her. Name her T. Makes text faster. Cutscenes in a Final Fantasy game. I don't know if you know this, but Final Fantasy likes cutscenes. Thankfully, this run doesn't have that many cutscenes. This run is going to be about 50% dying. Pretty fun. So maybe we can get some interesting Grease Monk facts, because those are the 2 enemy encounters that we will be getting only. Don't worry, that's most of my speedruns as well. So we'll be getting 2 encounters in here. One coming up relatively quick once we hit this next left turn. Run. We happen to get into a pincer. We just physically fight one of the Vaporites. Okay, no problem. No threat of dying. We're at a decent level. Yeah. As I said, the step route is very precise. If I do take one extra step, it slows down your run by easily 2 minutes. Unfortunately, step route is very, very, very precise in this run. Try not to take any extra steps. More cutscenes. Imagine that. So here we see Terra fall down a hole. Why that hole automatically appears there, we don't know. But more cutscenes. Kefka, we find out, is the one who installed the slave crown. No, the step count does not actually, but even if it did, if you followed the same step count every time, they are actually no threat. Anytime you're in like a little cutscene, or in a no threat area like a town, the step count actually doesn't increase, or your threat level as it now. I will be actually walking different than you would in any other run. I'll be walking south through the forest a little bit, and we'll still turn left at about the same time. But walking through a forest actually slightly increases your threat counter slightly more than it does walking anywhere else. No Ultros in this. Yeah, no Ultros. We won't even see Argus is the only boss we'll actually come across. Well, I mean, besides Welk. Everybody loves Welk. But to help me count along, actually, because, you know, it takes roughly 25 minutes to count all the way to 52. And, you know, slow counting, I usually lose track. So I have a nice deck of cards here. Incidentally, has 52 cards. I don't... Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it was planned out. Who knows? Let's ask the devs. So we're gonna name Locke L. But I'm actually gonna name Edgar something else, just for a little fun with the names. So after we get Edgar in the party, he joins in the top slot. And since we have L and T, I don't know what goes good with L and T's. I'm sure we'll find out. As Notaro points out, yes, she does name them BLT. And then Sabin just happens to follow along in line and makes it BLTs. So we're gonna have some fun with the naming. We'll try to have fun with the run. We'll try and make up some stuff as we go along. Some new fancy lore. I don't know. We'll see. So here we meet the Moogles. They're going to teach us how to multi-party stuff, but we don't need tutorials. We've played this game once or twice. We're just gonna hold down and continue to mash A through Xbox, and it will automatically select no. We're gonna walk down 2 steps, hit Y, change our character to Mog, and we're gonna walk a very specific path. These enemies you actually can't encounter while they're moving, so you can walk right by them. No problem. Easy peasy lemon. So we wait for this next guy to go by. Walk down here. Bam. See, like I said, I was holding left that whole time walking into him. Absolutely nothing happens. So we don't actually need the Mithril Pike from Mog. We do need the shield though. It'll help Terra's survivability. So we're gonna sneak this shield off. Nation. Continue to attack. Hopefully destroying Marshall relatively quick. The Marshall is very strong. That should finish it. Nice. Not a bad fight. Had better. Not bad though. Meow? Yes, I agree. Co-commentator is very full of knowledge and wisdom. He has watched me play this game many a times through her eyelids. So, if you're not familiar with my co-commentator, her name is Cheddar. Very vocal, and she likes to yell at me. So here we see Locke explaining to Terra that maybe she should remember this door. But understand, he just asked if she had amnesia. If you have amnesia, you usually don't tell somebody to try and remember something. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Alright, so we're going to stray off the normal path a little bit. We're going to walk through the forest to the south of here, to a certain point, and then we're going to turn. So we get a 1 enemy encounter versus a 2 enemy. Here. So we're going to get a single leafer here instead of 2 enemies in the desert. It doesn't affect step wrap here, which is good. If you do walk 1 step too far south, it will affect your step. So normal stuff through the castle. Walk straight forward. Talk to Edgar. B. And have our nice BLT sandwich. You can walk frame perfectly through this castle. You don't need to worry about the Chancellor. Unlike in other categories, if you happen to walk frame perfectly, the Chancellor will be in your way. Since NPC movement is based off of encounter C, Chancellor will never be in your way as long as you walk perfectly. If you bonk, I think once, you'll be fine as well, but if you bonk twice, actually we'll run into it. Yeah, don't worry, Fu, I didn't either. I didn't realize it until I started to speedrun it, and I saw it every single time I ran it. So here, Edgar is totally hitting on Terra. Unfortunately, we don't get to see waifu category. Waifu does not show up. Just kidding, she does. She's in the credits. But you will not see her by her regular name. You'll see her by Kutan. That is if we land credits. as well. Keep our fingers crossed the whole run, hoping that we get to see the awesome credits with Kutan. Alright, so here we meet Sabin, Edgar's twin brother, right? I believe it's twin brother. We'll call him twin. Close enough. Name is Sabin, but we will be naming him S. S is short for Sabin. Also short for short. Who knows how tall Sabin is? I don't. Younger brother, okay. Thank you. Younger twin, yes. So we're gonna continue to try and walk as perfectly as we can, so we don't get to, so we don't run into the Chancellor here. He's 6'2". Oh, I am taller than David. So he is short. Got it. So as I said, Chancellor isn't gonna get in our way. I'll talk to B. B finds out that, oh, somebody is approaching the Kafka. The castle. I tried to. Yeah, it is to Bahamut. Kefka is coming up to the castle. He heard that there may or may not be a magic witch in the castle. We're gonna go for a double frame perfect trick here. I think it's triple frame perfect to save 2 frames. We're gonna try and get the staring contest. Hold A, hit left, mash. Ah, we didn't get. We lost a frame. Feels bad, man. So if you are fast enough on your mashing, you can actually have those 2 soldiers stare at each other the whole time instead of facing back north. That just allows them to saves their turning animation there. Reset. Let's just reset the marathon. It's a completely meme thing. There is absolutely nothing affected by it other than saving a couple frames. Not the end of the world. But what is the end of the world is that somehow we enter this door first and Locke is already in. That's some black magic right there if I've ever seen. So I bonked there. If I had continued to walk right, that Chocobo would have walked right in front. Decided to take the quick turn. Would you call him a thief, Margaret? Slippery like a thief? Slippery treasure hunt. Indeed. So here we find out that a stone castle is being raided by the Empire. Somehow, some way, the stone castle is on fire. Oh no. Never seen stone on fire before. But I mean, you can say magic all you want, but I don't know. Head north, talk to the guard, try and escape Kefka's hand, and hop on these fancy, conveniently placed chocobo. It's coalstone. So here we have Terra and riding away into what they assume is freedom. Little do they know that his castle sinks. Did you know that? I didn't know. They shouldn't have built their castle in quicksand. But no, they think they're escaping, but lo and behold, Kefka has a trick up his sleeve. Yells at his soldier in the Magitech armor. They follow orders, like good little Magitech soldiers. But we don't need to worry about it. They're not even strong. Very good ATB here. Edgar rarely starts with that ATB though. Two auto crossbows, take care of them, no issue. The run is already 2/3 over. Crazy, huh? I never thought you could beat the game like this. Then I started to learn the speedrun. And here I am. Hopefully not embarrassing myself in front of everybody. But we're good. Yep. Just embarrassing my family. I got my wife and dog doing crafts in the background, and Cheddar yelling at me still. I know, right, Margie? Cutscenes are slowing me down. Alright. We're making snowflakes, actually. Making paper snowflakes. So we're walking through the cave. Again, we're gonna run from everything. Talk to this guard. Let them know that Edgar tells the guard to let the castle know. Safe, we're headed to see Bannon. On what? Correct. Alright. 3 encounters in this cave. They're all going to be 2 hornets. We usually don't fight the hornets in any other category because hornets are scary, cause your team to go berserk. But thankfully, every other encounter, every other route uses the same encounter seed, the one that this one doesn't use. So we don't have to worry about the hornet because having to kill them with a berserk Edgar is slow. Since he can usually take them out with a crossbow. So I walked very weirdly there. I was walking on what are no threat tiles, actually. Tiles in this game on the overworld that you cannot get encounters in. Go here, we're gonna buy 1 sprint shoe and 3-star pendants. There is a counter on the mountain that can poison us. Our pendants completely negate any poison. A no threat. Another chocobo. Okay, so if you're ever riding a chocobo in this game, you hold L and R. I actually didn't know about this. Started learning how to speedrun. You hold L or R while you're turning, and you will turn ultra fast in that direction. So there, I held L and left, and I just shot around really quick. So we're going to be very careful walking on the mountain here, since we can easily mess up our step route and cost a few minutes. Go nice and slow. Run from everything yet again. Works on the airship too, yes. Any vehicle in the game it works on. Absolutely correct. Very useful for movement. Another cool little airship trick that I didn't know about because I never read the text boxes as a kid is if you hold down Y, you move in cardinal directions. One advantage to that is if you're trying to avoid doom gaze, you actually won't encounter Doomgaze while you're holding down Y and traveling in cardinal direction. So if you ever are trying to avoid Doomgaze, it's So again, we're gonna run from everything. We don't really care about fighting anymore. You do move slower, yes, indeed. So we're gonna continue to walk very carefully. Got a few encounters left. This is the hardest turn in this speedrun. So if Terra gets hit anymore, I'm gonna have to menu to make sure that she doesn't die, because if she dies, anytime going down the mountain, we're in a lot of trouble. It is a lot of damage. So that step right there has thrown me off so much, trying to hit that left and then another. It can really throw you off. Run here. Again, star pendants are these enemies are the reason we bought star pendants. And those are the enemies we were trying to avoid getting poisoned from. You saw earlier they did Bane Touch. Here, we're going to continue on our path. Going to walk down the mountain. Okay, so one thing that I'm doing here, it's called quick preemptive. If I just run, I'll have two party members run, and then slightly after another party member. But in certain situations, you can select certain commands, and they'll run all at once. Here we go. We're gonna start Vargas up. And Vargas is going to be a little bit slower than normal, but overall, Vargas is just about the same. We're going to take out the two Ipus. Take the sword off Edgar. We're going to put it on lock. So we change locks row for a little bit more damage. Not a whole bunch. It is enough, though, to make a difference. Do weight tricking like we did at the beginning again. Alright, now we basically just have to hold A for the rest of this fight, and that crit was very good to see. Getting a lock, get a crit like that is super fantastic to see. Again, weight tricking, manipulating some ATB to try and give us some more turns. Again, we're gonna do it again. Sit on steel. There's a stuff to go. Back out, go again. Vargas will get his attack. This is perfect because this is gonna line us up for. This is hopefully gonna line us up to get a nice little Doom Fist skip. Okay, cool. So I'm continuing to weight trick so Vargas's ATB does not fill up. And then we're just gonna pummel with Sabin and get out of here nice and quick. So after this fight, make a quick menu. I'm gonna put some people in the front row. I'm gonna unequip some people. We're gonna be on our way. We gotta get into one encounter before we leave, which we will be killing people off. I'm trying to get somebody to low HP. Be careful there. If there's a small glitch in this game. If you hit down or up to get to your blitz input too fast, actually count that as your very first input. So if you're a little too fast on the menu there, it'll actually mess up your blitz input because it'll count that up or down as your very first input. So saw me hit down and then kind of hesitate a second there. Instead of going too fast, it allowed me to go slower, inputting that blitz correctly, getting that pummel off. So basically here, Sabin is joining our party, help fight our resistance. Joke's on him though. we're not actually going to fight anyone. We are actually so depressed at the situation going that I think we just need to let off some steam and let the enemies beat on us for a quick menu, throw people, quick menuing, unequipping everybody and just putting weapons on. It's gonna allow us to take more damage and allow me to get people ready to go. Charge the ATB there a little bit. Charge up his HP. Alright, so we're gonna die a lot slower now because I unfortunately was not able to get away in time. Or, well, yeah. So I'm gonna move Sabin to the top. We are gonna die a lot slower now. We're gonna move our stuff to 1. Adjust our window colors right now. So we're going to be changing our window colors for a few minutes. There are some bright colors coming up that are uncomfortable to look at. This. It will sort itself out in a minute. A whole bunch of adjustments here. And this 5. 15. 0. 18. 1. 18. 19. For color. So we're not going to die too much slower, thankfully, since Sabin is quite strong. His strength level much higher than everyone else's. So he should be able to knock himself out relatively quick. Take a couple minutes. Still. I'm doing this for fun anyway. Alright. 18-5 and throw. And Chocobo is the last one. To 1, 19, and lastly 19. Look at that beautiful window color. Save. And you encounter 1 step immediately. Right, there is 1 death. 51 more to go. Gonna be a little bit slower than normal. It's not a huge deal. 2 quick hits and it's over. 2 deaths. But really though, this is probably the most boring part of the run. It's a nice quick short run, and it's pretty funny at the end. But it can be quite slow. 3. Thankfully, I have my faithful deck of cards here. Help me keep track. It's like Groundhog Day. Just really, really short Groundhog Day. Right. 4. So like I said, if Saban had a little bit more HP in that last fight, I would have stayed for one hit, but I didn't want to take the risk of it. I'll take a little bit time loss here than a death. So we ideally want Saban around 12 HP. 5? 12 HP or less is usually the magic number that you want. We had some weird stuff happen, but it's all good. 6. This is why we stay on step route and why it's so important that we don't miss steps. So we get this encounter one step right after it. 7. It's much faster than, you know, walking 10 steps and getting into an encounter. I mean, you can still count out your steps if you do happen to miss step. 8. You can walk down or right, really doesn't matter. You walk back up in, you'll actually, I believe you'll get an encounter before 9. As you can see, we're already bleeding off quite a bit of time from having all these extra attacks go. Like, a giant time loss. Definitely a time loss. Baby. Nice and slow. So I hope everybody's ready for this marathon. A lot of great speedruns coming up this weekend and next. Pretty excited for all the runs and races that are going to happen. 12. $13. This, I believe, can only be done on the SNES. It can be done in an earlier part of the game, but it can only be done on Wii Virtual Console. That time on that run is actually, I want to say it's like 32 minutes versus, well, the world record's 32 versus 55-ish, depending on time here at the end of this run. It's 15. I don't even think dying 52 times, because that screen that I go to when I die, that's actually a map. It's a legitimate map in the game. 16. And it has something to do with pulling from memory. It's really weird. I don't even know exactly how it works. I'm just the dude that pushes the buttons. 16. 17. This is why I keep a deck of cards. 18. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you can do this in any Super Nintendo version of the game. Oh, well. I have to credit Buffalax for that, to be honest. Kind of borrowed the idea from him. $19. Yeah, you can do this in BC. Buffalax has actually done it. Hey, look, a back attack. That's why we usually want like around 12 health, roughly, when we're doing this run. There we go. Come on. Yeah, definitely. So just get outside. Just get outside of Vargas. And so you can see we're losing like 45 seconds roughly per split. Not being at minimal health is really hurting us. But yeah, just get to this point in the game, set up, I'll send you the window settings after this run, and yeah. Fun. Blackjack. It's pretty fun. It's pretty silly. It's something to do if you got like an hour to kill. It's pretty quick and to the point. 22. And it warps you right to the credits. So, or a shop that sells nothing but dirks. I mean, that's one of the soft locks that you can run in. Is you just get a shop that sells absolutely nothing but free. The Dirk Dream, indeed. $24. No, nothing wrong with that. I mean, Dirks are pretty awesome. $5? 25. Almost halfway there. Alright. So as you can see, these grease monks are really hard enemies. I don't know if you've ever fought them in vanilla. I mean this is vanilla. I don't know if you've ever fought them, but they're pretty brutal. They're tough to beat. What do you think a grease monk's favorite dish is? Evan. Yeah, I'm glad this isn't permadeath as well. That would be super unfortunate. Money. Fish and chips. I could see that. Deep fried butter. I would think like maybe like a nice bowl of chili. I think they would enjoy some chili. Hey. Sorry, 29. This is why I keep track with a deck of cards. I talk to chat, I lose track, I look at my cards, and we're good. And 30. Alright. 31. You know their favorite restaurant? What's their favorite restaurant? See spoons. I love it. 32. We only have to die 20 more times. A crazy run. Who'd have think you have to die to go fast? Three. Nice. Crits are good. 34. Here's a fun fact about me. I don't like Emperor's New The exasperated sigh in the background. 35. I don't like what? You heard me. 36. Oh, okay. I don't like The Emperor's New Groove. One of my
Stop
least.
saying that.
It's one of my least favorite movies. 37. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Huh?
Oh yeah. That would be Lady Couch. Lady Couch is very unhappy that I don't like that movie.
Very unhappy.
38. We're almost down to one suit of cards left. That's it. That's how I know I'm nearing the end. One suit. $39. Oh no, Cheddar was here earlier, Baka. Alright. And 40. That. Right. 12 more to go. That's it. Just 12. 12 simple, easy deaths. 42. Alright. Closing in on the end. Slowly but surely. If we get this done, y'all get to see some amazing credit. 43. $44. Now, are these guys grease monks, or are they grease monkeys? That's up to you to decide, chat. That was 44. Nope, gotta be one or the other. 45. They're grease beetles. They do have that nice little hunch. They do look like they're rocking a shell. 6. 6. Hold on. That was 45. I'm glad I caught that. 46. Now we have 6 more. $47. 5 times left. And then we get to hold down buttons. My favorite part. $47. 5 more. What can we do with 5 more deaths? What would a cat do with 5 more deaths? $49. Have 4 left over. Right. I'm listening to the cards. This is 50 right here. 2 more deaths. 4 lowly deaths. I do believe in the heart of the cards. Just don't activate their trap card, please. 51. 1 more. Do me death. And then we hold start select L and R once we get past the annihilated. Alright. It's up to RNG right now whether we finish the run or not. Hey, we got it. Let's go. And there, good people, is a credits warp. Look at that. Beat the game in less than an hour. Simple, easy. I wasn't worried. Were you worried? I wasn't worried. This game has never broken me down. Now, thank you so much for the GGs, everyone. If you watch these credits for a couple minutes, you get to see some awesome Moogles. The credits instead of characters. We will see Kutan instead of Celeste, and 1 more mystery Moogle. Thank you, Swimmy. Like I said, a fun run. The faces are messed up in this. They will be shaking back and forth. It happens all the time, and I'm not sure why. I think it might just have something to do with the credits warp. I might be wrong. Maybe it's just my console. Who knows? Here we see the question mark person. People do not have names. So anybody that shows up with question marks has no name assigned to the character. But they will show up in the end scene if they are required to be there, such as Setzer. Setzer will be in the end. And if you look very carefully, you see a wild Sabin hanging out at the top of the screen. Sabin just absolutely messes up the credits here. He's just floating up there like it's no big deal. It's really cool because anytime it shows like the ending, you'll see somebody will be out of place and like locked in the credits. I said makes more awesome wrong. This is true. Sabin still crouched down. Sabin just getting crushed haphazardly by that, by the thing. No big deal. I love watching these credits. They're so amazing. It's always a treat when you get these credits. How was it discovered? I don't know, Bahamut. I really have no idea. I came into the game way after this run had already been out. I would assume it was a Tasser that found a way to die 52 times. Hey, look, it's another cameo from Edgar and Sabin. The credits warp in this game really messes with the credits. It's always amazing. I'm so happy that it worked. So the actual world record on Wii Virtual Console uses the TAS route. I assume you could do it on a J-Cart, but I actually haven't tried on a J-Cart on console. But yeah, you there's random artifacts with Setzer and Sabin kind of just stuck throughout. Does New Game Plus have the same problem? I don't know. I'm not sure. I actually haven't done a New Game Plus run. I've never watched the credits through afterward. I love how everybody's name is question mark. The credits music is probably the credits music along with the cutscene are definitely the best for the credits. But with that is going to end this run. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Enjoy the next run. Enjoy the whole marathon. It's going to be super exciting. Thank you so much for coming out. And yeah, this is the any % credits warp run. I hope you all enjoyed watching me die 52 times. I hope you enjoyed the run. I hope you all have a fantastic one. Enjoy the next run and take care.